Hello and welcome everyone to Chomping at the Bit, where I give my opinions about the latest films, games, and whatever else. So, also to do us a little favor here, I also am joined by a certain someone who has also recently seen the film. Well, earlier in the day. So, welcome the other person who is most likely a much bigger Nintendo fanboy than I am. Bear64.
What is up, folks?
So yes, Bears, you just like me have seen the new Super Mario Bros. Movie, yes?
Yes, I actually saw it like 1:30 my time because I knew all the kids would be at school. So I was like, this would be perfect. I mean, there were still some kids, and let me tell you, it was actually pretty cool to hear their excitement because that would have been me if like I was a kid still. And I'd be like,
Yeah,
I would be just like that. Hell, I actually was acting a little bit like them when I like caught a reference.
yeah, exactly. I know. I was laughing as much myself, and I know even before I got in, yeah, there were several kids. There was one kid, who was in a wheelchair, and he had a Luigi stocking cap on, so he was a big fan. I think he even had like a little block stick for his chair. So
Oh, that's adorable.
yeah, so. And of course, like I said though, before we went on air, yeah, there was one kid that was very eager, but I was the first person in line, thankfully, and I also had to walk down braving the cold weather. Yeah, it's still oddly cold out there today, even though it's way past like the first day of spring. So yeah.
Yeah,
What?
I actually like went into my shed and went to my bins and storage, and I got my very first hat ever, and it was a one-up mushroom hat. And I was like, I have to wear this for the premiere.
Oh,
Well, I guess not the
okay.
premiere, but you know what I mean.
Well. The outfit you're seeing me in, and this is where I wore. I mean, I'm not that much of a fan, but I mean, still, the only thing I wish I had is I wish I had a Nintendo Switch. But you and another friend of ours, our good friend and moderator of this channel, Killzone, you both have Nintendo Switches, but sadly, I don't, and I probably won't get it anytime soon because, well, there's some personal things I had to deal with.
Ah,
So I had to sacrifice it. But overall, back with the movie. The movie stars, of course, Chris Pratt as the one and only Italian plumber himself, Mario, and of course his brother Luigi, played by Charlie Day. If you don't know who he is, he's the guy who played Newton in
Always Sunny
uh
in Philadelphia.
yeah, he was in Sunny. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but I also know him as Newton from Pacific Rim, and he also was like the surprise villain in the Uprising sequel, which was which honestly was a lot worse than the
I
first
never
movie.
saw Uprising, but I did actually buy it. I just never saw it. Like I just didn't.
Oh yeah,
I got it like
well,
in one of those bargain bins.
okay. But still, yeah, we have Chris Pratt, and they both do an amazing job as the
They
titular
they
Mario
did a
brothers.
they did a great job in portraying that they're brothers. Like
Yeah,
you felt that they were brothers.
yeah. Even then, there's like some moments where you see that. Yeah, again, Luigi is supposed to be the little brother, and of course Mario is the big brother. And you really see even like that. Even then, like you said, there's a lot of references to everything else in the game. Like we saw like kid Mario and Luigi.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, baby Mario and Luigi.
Yeah, so you still that was there to show that, yeah, you really got the sense that these two really felt like they were brothers, and still that, yeah, Luigi was kind of a bit meek, kind of a little cowardly, but at the end, by the end of the movie, he really gets his chance to shine.
Yeah,
And
like the only part I was disappointed with was like there wasn't enough Luigi because Luigi's my favorite of the two bears.
yeah, exactly. But when we no once the brothers get separated, and it's crazy how I know, because again, it starts off in Brooklyn, where they're from. Of course, they're Italian. They got stereotypical Italian family, so everything else like that. And of course, I know there's a little crazy moment that happens. I mean, you think it's like, well, like something to do that kind of gets the ball rolling a little bit. It really just like it's like okay, what they did that was easy. So it really showed the fact that yeah, they really showed off that they were plumbers.
Yeah, they they were pretty like it was funny with their first plumbing job was. It was just
Yeah,
what happened. Like trying not to spoil anything, but it was pretty funny and how it goes.
yeah, exactly. And of course, it leads to other things. Like that one thing was something that one thing that went on that first job. It just spiraled further out of control that they actually tried to really actually help out. And of course, you know how we already know that the quote unquote sewers. Well, that's a small thing. Like you know what we saw in the trailer. The sewers under Brooklyn are what lead them to the pipes that lead them to, of course, the Mushroom Kingdom. I know
Yeah,
that was so we can
that was
already
like
assume.
that was almost like the '93 movie where they go down into the sewers of Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Just how they got there was different.
yeah, but I know, and like I said though, to everyone else there in general here, this movie, honestly, this breaks this not only did Sonic do it, but this movie proverbially broke the video game movie curse. It broke it, and this is probably by far probably the best video game movie in the very closest adaptation that is nearly a 100% recreation of the game.
It was like while Sonic did a pretty damn good job in terms of live action CGI video game movies, Mario did it great with the animation.
Yes, it was downright perfect. And the
Like I
best
will
part,
admit, like I was doubting Illumination for a good while. Like
yeah, because
it's like because their reputation of like, the minions.
yeah, I know that. And heck, even the opening with their logo featured one of the minions with trying to go into Mario Kart, and you had the iconic start from Mario Kart.
Oh gosh, I love that little touch. I was like, okay, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was really cute. And of course, like we already know, the movie begins like how the first trailer begins. Of course, with the penguins, Bowser showing up is like, "Do you yield?" I, I, I,
I
I,
do not.
I do not. And okay, yeah, Charlie Day was again. Okay, sorry, not Charlie Day, but out of all
Jack
the
Black.
characters, Jack Black, he stole the show as
Oh,
Bowser.
Jack Black, like I believed him as Bowser. There was a couple times where I noticed like the Jack Blackisms, but
Yeah,
at the
like
same time,
yeah, like
I like okay, I could buy him as Bowser. This man had fun being Bowser.
yeah, and I'd love to see more of him in the future with this. I can't wait for Super Mario Brothers 2. I cannot wait for this.
Oh yeah,
The
there's
next
definitely gonna be a Mario too.
yeah, because I and you both thoroughly enjoyed this. This was just it was perfect. But yeah, yeah, Jack Black, he stole the show and he did bring a lot of course, because again, he was a part of the rocker group Tenacious D, so he brought a lot of that like musical energy to the role of Bowser. And
Yeah,
there's a couple moments, and of course, we already know the plot, the kind of plot. I mean, if you have played the games, you kind of understand what Bowser really wants and what he's after. I know he got the superstar, but you also understand why. You also kind of understand a little bit why. I mean, it's only because if you played the games, you understand also why he plans to invade the Mushroom Kingdom too.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it is basic Mario fare with a couple tweaks here and there, as you saw in the trailers. Luigi's captured.
Yes. And I will say, yeah, there's one point, yeah, you see in the trailer, yeah, it's like when I saw that scene where he sees like the undead Koopas, it's like
Oh, Dry
we
Bones. I was so happy seeing Dry Bones in this movie. Well, yeah, they were in the trailer, but Dry
yeah.
Bones is like my favorite Mario enemy, and seeing them on the big screen was awesome.
Yeah, I think we need to see like where it's just like we need to see a Mario themed game where it's mostly just Mario, Peach, or any other Mario characters fighting a bunch of dry bones.
That would be like a no, what was that Titanfall 2 thing? The tower defense? Just instead of a bunch of titans, it's just dry bones.
Yeah, yeah, just fighting a bunch of, or basically kind of like like a sort of top down sort of thing, like a Smash TV or something like that, where you're just fighting a whole bunch of dry bones. Seriously, Miyamoto, if you see this, make that game happen. HAL Laboratories, make it happen. We will gladly give you our money, just like we gave you money for this movie.
You know what? They'll probably make it like League of Legends. That's how you get like that many dry bones on one screen.
Oh yeah, that'd be also good. But yeah, I mean, but also we also kind of saw a little bit of like we see every sort of like little references like the bombs.
Oh, dude. The thing okay, yeah, it's a little bit of spoiler for who you see, but it's pretty awesome to see him. Um,
Yes, there's King Babam.
like just seeing all these enemies are just awesome.
Yeah, King Babam and King Boo were both there at
Okay,
Bowser's
so I
wedding.
wasn't gonna like oh, okay, so that's not
Yeah,
spoiler.
I
Okay.
know it's not a spoiler, but yeah, those characters do appear if
Dude,
you're a
I
fan of
love
Marvel.
seeing King Babam because he had like and they added like the big wick on like inside his crown. And I'm
Yes.
like, that was actually a honestly, I hope they continue that in the games because like King Babam doesn't look like a Babam. He just looks like a ball with a mustache. But his seeing him with a giant ass wick in his crown, I'm like, okay, that looks like a Babam.
Yes, exactly. And it's just perfect. I mean, of course, we already have the Koopa troopers as of course as Bowser's army. They were great at times, and of course, there's like one dude who's really going at it, who really wants to, but he just like kind of just show, he's just kind of like he's like quickly taken out because this movie moves at a very breakneck pace. I mean, it's like
It
the
really
movie's almost
did.
yeah, it's like in almost every part of the movie, yeah, you had everything we saw in the trailer. All those scenes were in there beat for beat, all of them.
It felt good because it didn't feel like it wasted my time, like with like over amounts of exposition. If there was, it was like, okay, there it is. There you go.
Yeah, it was all show and no tell. It was perfect, all show and no tell. That's how you sell a movie.
It. What do you think of Keegan Michael Key as Toad?
Uh, he was just his how he portrayed the character is that he was just happy to be a part of the adventure. You could see it in how much Toe was just laughing, excited. He just lived for adventure, and of course,
Because
you have all the other toads, all the other toad people.
like this was until like the first trailer, but I did doubt him as Toad when the list first happened. The be shown, I was like, oh shit, really? But when he came out in the trailer, I'm like, oh my gosh, he's doing his best to sound like a toad.
Do
You
not touch
know
that mushroom, you'll die. Oh,
exactly. I was like,
I was right. That one's perfectly fine.
yeah, he like the voice was honestly really good for Toad. It wasn't like that overly annoying, I'm the best or whatever. It's like
Yeah, exactly. It was perfect. It was really great with him. And of course, you also have like his like magician assistant. Who is he? Is he a real character in the
oh,
games? I don't
Kamek?
know. Yeah.
Yeah, Kamek has always been in the game since Mario World. Super Mario
Okay,
World.
okay. And I like the guy. He sounds very Igor-esque.
Oh my gosh, yeah, the whoever I forgot who voiced Kamek in this, but he did a really good job of sounding so maniacal.
Yeah, and of course, yeah, there's several moments where he takes place in. I mean, again, you also have like I don't want. I don't. We love this movie so much. We don't want to spoil anything for anyone who hasn't seen this. And I
It,
probably will go see this again.
a kid was like, "Oh, can we watch it again?" Once the movie ended, I was like, "Oh,
Yeah. I mean, this is a movie that you probably want to see multiple times before like it's taken away from theaters because the theater I'm at is only 2 screens, so it's only gonna be here for like a few days. But you can guarantee I want to get this movie on Blu-ray. I want
I'm
to get it.
definitely going to."
Yeah. So
And I'll
it's
probably give away the download code. Sorry, but I'll give away the download code as well. Like on my YouTube is like, hey, here's a download code.
yeah. Yeah, it's real. It was just so great. And now let's move on to Anya Taylor-Joy as Princess Peach.
Which I actually never heard of her originally.
I,
And
I
I
I
forgot
think the
where she's
actress. I mean,
from.
I think I don't know. I think the actress in that movie, The Menu with Ralph Fiennes. You know, like the can of like the rich people going to that. I'm not sure if you heard of that movie. I haven't seen it either. I only just saw like a trailer for it.
I don't know. I don't think I might have heard it from Found Flicks
Yeah,
channel. I think he covered that movie, but I did not know that was her.
I think so. Yeah, she was like, I think yes, wasn't she? Yeah, she was like the chick who was the redhead, but she did a great job as Princess Peach. And I know people obviously are going up on arms and say, "Oh, Peach does not need to be a damsel in distress." Yeah, look, I understand that. Yeah, she was the 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 main objective in all the Mario games, and yet, but now she's become playable in a lot of the later games.
Yeah, so it's like her being on the adventure. It wasn't too far fetched because we have Super Princess Peach, obviously, and then we have Mario 2, and Super Mario 3D World. She's also playable.
And she's also a party member in Super Mario RPG, right?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, so there you go. I mean, I love that she's capable. She's very, very capable. And I know, yeah, there's okay. Sorry, I don't want to say anything about spoiling. Again, if anyone's watching this later, please share this video out and get this video to 30 likes. I will do an open panel spoiler discussion for this movie. And if anyone wants to join it, let me know. DM me or Bears on Twitter if you want to join in. So
Oh
that's
man,
so
I,
that's so, so
sorry.
that's it. Yeah, and I mean, she really is capable, and of course, we already have like they really sort of like the power ups. They brought all the power ups in the movie, and they actually really served their use, like they
They
were in the
did like
game.
bring a good chunk of the power ups, like well, not like a big chunk, but like enough where you could recognize they have brought like old, new into it. You know, the cat suit that was in the trailer, obviously, so it's not a spoiler.
Yeah, and we also saw the flying raccoon suit
Oh,
too from
Tanuki.
oh yeah, the Tanuki suit.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the full body one is a Tanuki. The raccoon is just the one where he has the ears on the hat and then the tail.
Yeah, yeah. Eat your heart out, Miles tells Prower. So yeah,
Yeah, that tail was spinning like fast.
yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
what the hell?
Yeah, and I mean, it was just really great to see all those power ups. Especially, I really love the idea of the fire flowers, and it changes the user just like it does in the game.
Yeah, it was like I never thought it would be so cool to see a Firefly a lot more detailed, like they did, like they animated them. I like how they
Yeah,
like also glowed,
yeah,
uh, like glowed in nighttime. It looked so nice.
exactly. And again, Nintendo really had to keep a firm hand on this one. Because
Yes,
otherwise it really would have went off rails because we already know Nintendo knows firsthand what happens when you let other people handle their stuff. We already
it,
saw it with the original Mario Bros. Movie. We saw it with like the Philips CDI games.
it was uh, I watched this guy called Endymion. He actually
Oh, I
uh
love that guy's channel. I've been watching
yeah,
him
did you
recently.
hear like apparently they were gonna sideline Mario for Princess Peach? Originally, and then Nintendo stepped in and were like, "Okay, come on, guys, bring it back."
Yeah, but of course, everyone was like, of course, because nobody wants this whole girl boss thing. Look, guys, when you at this point, when people know things that look woke in a movie, that's what's gonna turn them away.
Yeah, like I wasn't minding the whole like Peach, being capable of actually going on the venture because the reasons I already listed. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, it was like it's okay, and then she had trouble throughout the movie too.
yeah, I know, not to spoil anything, but yeah, there's a point where she has to like, but it's only but she only does it for a good reason. Well, essentially, she has to give in to something. She has to give in. And go along with something that go along with what Bowser is doing. She has to go along with it in order to save the Toads. And of course, like again, it's really also really sweet there's like a small little thing that shows how she got to the Mushroom Kingdom, because again, she does note that, like, there's one scene where she does note that Mario is human.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, they actually acknowledge it.
Yes, and of course, yeah, we already know that. Again, the toad people are just so cute, especially that one scene in the trailer that goes, "Look, what can we do? Look at us, we're adorable." And you see
Yeah,
their
like
eyes glow like that. It's just so cute. They just look so great. It's just so perfectly detailed that everything is so recreated from the games. It
um
works.
I did like the Donkey Kong stuff, despite Seth Rogen. He wasn't that great. I think, like, here's the thing: everybody had their doubts about Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt actually did decent. He at least tried, to be Mario.
Yes, and
Seth
I'd say
Rogen was Seth
he did
Rogen
a
by
great
as
job.
an ape.
Yeah, it's just Seth Rogen playing Seth Rogen just as Donkey Kong, and sure, and yeah, it does bring a lot of reference to, again, Mario's first real adventure, and again, it was versus Donkey Kong, so you see that little reference, and of course, you see a little, like, some bit of Smash Bros in there too.
Oh yeah,
And I
like
mean,
he did. Mario was doing his Spike animation, I believe, from Smash Brothers.
yep.
So it was pretty cool to see. I was like, oh shit, he's going in for the dunk.
Yeah, and of course, we already know. Again, if anyone has played the original game from DK64, you get to hear the most iconic track ever produced in a
Oh
video
my
game.
gosh, hearing it was amazing. It's not exactly a spoiler because Grant Kirkhope actually did spoil it. Um,
Oh, he did? I
yeah,
didn't
he
notice it.
he went to go see the movie specifically to hear the song in the movie. Unfortunately, they did not credit him.
Oh, they didn't. Oh, no, no,
No, he
they
wrote
need
the
to
song and they didn't credit him.
they need to fix that. They need to fix
Hopefully, on
that.
the Blu-ray, they actually fix it.
Yeah, because again, that man did a great job.
Oh,
I
Grant
mean, you got
Kirkhope is fucking legendary.
yeah, you gotta love. You cannot say you're a Nintendo fan if you do not love the DK rap. And yeah,
Oh,
he
so
really just
stupid.
shows off. And of course, you also get the other characters. You get the other TK64 characters. You got Diddy Kong's there. I think that was Dixie Kong, not
Yeah,
Tiny
Dixie was
Kong.
there. Diddy,
Dix,
Dixie, and Chunky. I was surprised to
Chunky,
see Chunky.
yeah, Chunky was there, and also, of course, we have King Cranky Kong. Me
Okay,
when I
yeah,
saw, it, I was
Cranky
like,
Kong
"Come
was
on,
also
Cranky, take
another
it to the
voice I was not.
fridge."
I wish Cranky Kong's voice was a little bit better though. I wish he was crankier or sounded crankier.
Yeah, so that was really good. But what did you think of the penguin of the ice penguin people? What did you think of them
I
and their
mean, I love
king?
I love the king. Like I love his tenacity. Like despite the odds so against him, he's like, "Nah, I ain't taking this down line. Like I'm not taking this line down."
Yeah, exactly. I know even then. But oh my gosh. What was your opinion of that little cute but obviously cuckoo star thing?
Oh, the Luma.
Oh, that's what it's called. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's a Luma from Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know. I only remember, but I know just I only have a rudimentary, but I mean, Mario is one of the most recognizable video game characters of all time, and I know, sure, I know
He's
bits and pieces of lore, but I've never like played every single Mario game.
he's Nintendo's Mickey Mouse, but with a soul.
Yes, exactly. We all know it. I mean, again, like I said though, this is like probably one of the best films ever made. But yeah, so what was your opinion of it?
Oh, it was great. I love the
No, I'm talking about the forget what was that thing that you said, that
Oh, the
little star.
Luma?
Yeah, the Luma. What was your opinion of it?
I liked how at times I felt like I could relate to him. I would just want to sit down with him and have a chat about how meaningless life is.
Okay, don't go there. Don't get existential here.
I love the Luma, especially when like you blew on the pinwheel, and then like it made the little Luma noise that they
Uh,
do in the games. I was like, oh shit.
yeah, but okay. I just thought obviously that was a little weird, but yeah, I know. But I still loved DK. I know. Yeah, Seth Rogen just I don't really know
But he
what.
was beautifully animated, so I'm gonna give it that.
Yeah. And of course, I know not to spoil it because because I know they showed it in the trailer. I love the Mario Kart reference scene. That was the
Oh, the
best.
Mario Kart scene was so good.
That really was the best part in the movie. Next to the DK fight, that was by far the best part of the movie.
There's a this actually reminds me of the thing, with the mixture of, like, the actual Mario tracks throughout the movie, like, actually, you know, movie-nized? I don't know how to put it, orchestrated to be in a movie. They also use real life music, and it kinda threw me off, especially, like,
Yeah,
Thunderstruck being in it. I was like, "Okay, I love Thunderstruck." It's, like, one of my favorite AC/DC songs, but it felt out of place, especially with the other couple songs.
I know. I know. Personally, yeah, you would say those feel out of place, but I honestly didn't really mind them. It was really cool. I like the part where they play "Take on Me." I just love that part. It
Yeah,
was
like, Take On Me was there. Like, I love these songs. Thankfully, the soundtrack, there was not a single song I absolutely hated, unlike, like, Spider-Verse, where, like, most of the soundtrack I absolutely fucking hated. But,
Yeah, and they showed the trailer for that movie, but there's way I want to say about okay, just a small tangent about that movie. There are way too many Spider people in that movie. Too many. There's way too many. And they even made that one point meme. Pretty much killed that meme.
stop, it's already dead.
They took a great meme and you killed it. Look, No Way Home did it best. I'm sorry, they
Well,
did.
because there was just 3 of them.
Yes. And you just killed it. I'm sorry. Into Across Spider-Verse, you killed a good meme. You killed it. So
Alright, so
congratulations.
let's get back to the Mario movie.
Sorry, tangent
It's
over,
alright.
everybody. Sorry. But yeah, overall, this movie, again, this breaks the video game curse.
Dude, it's gonna make bank. Like, major bank.
Exactly. And of course, critics don't like this movie because again, they say it's all fan service. Like,
That's the what's the issue with that? I mean, um, so someone did mention it's like, yeah, people who don't really play Nintendo games aren't really gonna like care for the plot or anything. But someone like people like us who like
yes.
specifically like I looked for so many Easter eggs throughout the whole movie, and there were so many of them I loved because it wasn't just a celebration of Mario, it was Nintendo as well.
Yes, it was.
Like I can't like I wish I could like talk about all the Easter eggs I caught, but I can't since it's non-spoiler.
Yeah, it is. But
Especially one of
again,
them.
anyone who's watching this, again, if you get this video to 30 likes, share it out everywhere you can, show it to people. I will do that open panel. And anyone who's watching, if you know StreamYard and you have seen the movie, you are welcome to come on. But like I said, the only problem is I use StreamYard free, so there's only 6 slots available for that discussion. So yeah, Bears, what would you rate the movie?
Ooh, I give it a solid, oh man. I give it 4 stars. It was really good. Or okay, you know what? 4.5 stars. Seth Rogen
Yeah,
just like brings it down like
yeah,
a
brings it
notch.
down. Yeah, brings it down a peg. But yeah,
Like I already deducted a point for his laugh.
yeah, it's not good. But yeah, this movie is great. I definitely recommend anyone who is a Nintendo fan to go see this movie.
Oh
And
man,
screw what
100%.
the critics say. They just don't like good. They just don't like actual good movies.
They don't like
They
fun movies.
Yeah, they just want us to They wanted to pander, teach us a lesson. They want to talk down and preach. They want to preach crap down to us. All this woke crap down to us. This is just a fun movie, and that's what it needs to be. It's something that you, as a longtime Nintendo fan, can enjoy. It's a movie kids can enjoy.
It's
It's
like anyone could enjoy it throughout the generations. My mom would enjoy it. Like she
yeah,
didn't go see it, but she would enjoy it when she will see it. When it's like available at home.
yeah,
You know,
exactly. And I even told my sisters to take my two young nephews to go see the movie. They would love it. It's perfect for them. It's a good way to introduce them to the world of Mario and the world of Nintendo in general. It's perfect. And of course, you also have that Nintendo world at Universal Studios. So Bear, since you live in Florida, you need to go check that out.
Dude, I just heard they're actually making a Donkey Kong Country ride for hours in Orlando. And they're making it where it like seems like you're jumping off the rails.
Ooh, okay, that's
I saw the
interesting.
design on side scrollers. And it looks interesting as hell, man.
Nice.
I have we would have to get your ass over here in Florida. We could just hang out in Super Nintendo World.
Oh, dang. Yes, it would be perfect. And again, if we can get Killzone, I know he'd have to drive all the way from Oklahoma to get there. But I know it would be like a damn 8-hour drive to Florida. But I know like maybe a 10-hour drive from Illinois to Florida. Tennessee. Yeah, Tennessee. Yeah, from Tennessee, it's like a 7-hour drive, so it'd be a lot longer.
Yeah, for me it'd be like a 2-hour drive where I live.
Yeah, I know because you're near Orlando and you're in Florida,
Yeah.
so it's a great thing. But overall, everyone, yeah, I personally give this movie. I'm gonna go rate from 1 to 10. I give this movie a solid 9 out of 10. It is really worth your money, and you always need to go see it. Take your kids. Take anyone you know who's a Nintendo fan. Go see this movie and screw what these critics say. It's a good movie.
Like Sonic, I want to go rewatch it again because it was just fun.
Yes, it was. So yeah, those are our thoughts, everyone. Put a comment down below what you think about this movie, and look forward to checking out me and Bears' channel. Let me put his social. I'll put his social link in the chat. And yeah, hang on 1 second. Yeah, go. And of course, Bears also has been playing Ghost of Tsushima. How far are you in that game so far?
Taka died.
Okay. So you're past that point.
Yeah, that's in that. I'm not even like I said this in my stream. But I remember playing Ghost of Tsushima right before work, and that I got to that scene. It put me in the stink for the whole day. I was like, oh, "Shit, man! I love Taka."
Yeah, he was a good character, and of course, I think he believed in Jin. So yeah, there you go. I know.
Like the acting was so good in it.
Oh yeah. So I know this review's gone a little long, but it's been a fun ride, Bears, and I'm glad you came along for this ride.
I was like, it would be perfect because we did this, the Sonic review, and like you and I could, do a Mario one. Both gamers here.
Yeah.
And this is like right up our alleyway.
Exactly. So again, anyone out there, please again get this video to 30 likes. Share it out with anyone you can, and we'll do an open panel. So yeah. So go follow Bears on his Twitter and go sub to his channel. And with that being said, thank you guys all for watching. May God, the Force, and the power protect you always. See you guys next time.
Peace.